Alright, good morning, good day. I hope you guys are doing well. This is the African Crypto Warlord crypto stream, and today we're going to be looking into BTC. I see that there's a lot of caution in the market because people aren't sure what direction it can go, and furthermore, like what levels it's going to go to. So the general idea being is, as we know that Bitcoin is the biggest coin here, when there's uncertainty, people will let off their Bitcoin, and as that happens, it will usually drag off the rest of the market. Okay, so as good as XRP is, it can only hold itself up against BTC through its XRP BTC pair. And if they are loading, if they're taking the XR, if they're selling BTC, converting it into XRP, then XRP's that pairing BTC XRP will gain strength, and as such, we'll know that they're not profit taking from the whole ecosystem, they're still shuffling through. So, what have we got to observe here? What I'm going to be doing is I have a 24-hour cone, I have a 6-hour cone, and I have a 15-minute cone. We've just had a 15-minute cone print, okay? Furthermore, we have a 24-hour cone that's just about to print. And now, the thing is with these cones, is what it tells me is that one leg of volatility has been completed. Okay, so we could say that when we get there, you'll see that there's big contraction in the market. So if we've been going down, whilst this contraction's been there, then we've been positively correlated. So we've got to look for the next ebb and flow in volatility to either break us up or break us down. Okay, and that's what we're here to observe, is when BTC breaks up or BTC breaks down, where's it going to go and when is it going to happen. Okay, so the 21 day is saying we still have negative drift. Okay, thing is, we've now started to make a blue flash in this region, so we have to wait for the blue flash to switch off. Another thing, we have some divs that are forming here on our return, on one of our return oscillators. Next best idea for this thing is on the next 21 day print, is to look for standard deviation, one move to the upside, which will more than likely be here into the 20k BTC, 21k BTC. Now we're going to pop it onto the 14 days. See what our 14 days is saying. This is on BLX, Brave Coin Index or something. Okay, so we have, here's a first little tell. That 21 day starts to not turn bullish, right, if you close below this JMA line here. So I need to put it on this chart, bring it up so it's in front. And what you can see there is we're pretty much right there, right now, just at the bottom side of the pixels on the JMA. So you close below that, you'll see a rush for the top side to try printed green, and then that's the short signal in if you close this candle here. Okay, general idea being is there is a target here for longer term scalping to the downside if this doesn't want to stay in the trend to the downside. So we have returns that are wanting to break, and we have a new phase in volatility looking to happen here. So this can go two ways right now. It's sort of 50-50. Okay? Then we have again all this volatility just crushed. Another thing that's forming here will be like a bull div. Wait for the blue flash to go off. That will help confirm the drive up into 28k. Alright, so that's on the 7 day. Any closures below here will help keep this yellow line below the mean reversion and flick that straight into a 1 SD move to the downside whilst keeping blue flashes on. Now we're going to go to the 5 day. The 24-hour and the 6-hour are our number one observations right now. Okay, so we have a bit of sideways here, expansion to the downside and to the upside. So the 5 day is looking like it wants to hold. We are in a doji, hence is looking like it wants to hold off this initial dump, so maybe it's looking for some serious follow through. Okay, why is this not loading? We can't load it on BLX. That's alright, because we're just using volatility for now. We have contraction moving into positive correlation, so you start closing below 19,227. You're going to look for that confirmed drive of bear action coming from like the 5 day, which was here. Okay, and then we're going to load it up onto BTC USDT. We put it on the 2 day. this cone doesn't have to load. What we want to see here on the 2-day is just current price action. Again, a little bit sideways. Alright, we have a little bit of a bull div wanting, a little bit of a div wanting to form in this region. Let's have a look. You see, negative. We're just going for a clean, normal mean reversion. Next candle will want to do a 1 standard deviation move to the upside. Okay, if it can do that, it will obviously be up higher than this, 19373. So you can look for 19500. Now we're gonna go throw up. We'll get rid of that. Close. And now we're gonna go throw up our PB cone. Okay. I just want to make sure that it is still set in the right place. Yes. Cool. So what we have here is PB cones, or projection boss cones, are looking to have a mean reversion phase. So how do we play this? We see that we've had zero volatility up here, and then we had been denied from the mean. Okay, we didn't go up, we came down. So what do I see now? Since Sunday the 24th of April till today, the Sunday the 16th of October, I see that we have all 5 AVRs ready to look for a new trend. Okay, now when this prints all 3 lines, we're going to do and put the same distribution cone on. But my general theory is there is a rush to 38,800 that can fail at any one of these points during the time of this mean reversion phase that will be happening down here. Let me move that over so you guys can see. So when this mean reversion flash stage comes through, you're going to go heat-seeking missile for either one of these levels to see what it does with volatility. So the first initial level, which matches our Brave coin levels, is 19.66% to the upside, which will be about 22,883. And if it closes below this PB cone over here, you'll more than likely want to expect a ranged move down to here, 15% down, so 1632. Okay, now what do we want to go do? We want to go put it on our 6-hour cone, but first we have contraction was negatively correlated with a bear div, some mean reversion. This mean reversion is a little bit more long term, so general idea being is if the next candle closes above this Laplace distribution level here, this will naturally keep, so it's going to print, then the next candle is going to be on the line. So if it just closes above it, that will naturally mean revert DLP to the upside. And that's to look for like longer trends. Okay, now you want to find things that back it. What keeps it here is the fact that DLP is mean reverting whilst negative drift is in the book. Not that they cancel each other out, but it says that there's still some active buyers in the market, considering that the bots and algos are going short. Okay, now we're going to throw it onto the 12-hour just to see the direction of our 12-hour. Take off the PB cone, put on reverse wave trend. So reverse wave trend has been basing this price action on the 12-hour. That's why we're going to throw it on to our 6-hour in a minute. So there's still negative drift coming through the book here with a mean reversion phase. Mean reversion phase is true if you close this candle below here, but below reverse wave trend, 18,988. That will confirm your mean reversion phase down, and then you have the bottom side of the reverse wave trend to add shorts on to keep it mean reverting down. So right now we have one last chance on the 6-hour for some expansion and volatility, but what we're looking for here is we're going to put up our reverse wave trend. So this is our 6-hour with drift on ranges. Okay, we haven't had any flashes coming up, but we can see maybe in 1 day, 2 days, we're going to get a new flash. Okay, Control Z. So in 1 day, 2 days, we are going to get a new flash. And here's what's been confusing a lot of the market, is this went into a sideways phase here to build up steam for the higher term time frames. Okay, so when this starts to expand, we've got to make sure, are we on the right side of the trade? So if it expands whilst positively correlated, price goes up. If it expands whilst negatively correlated, price goes down. And that's now the top of our bell curve. That's telling us we have zero data. We're ready to start printing data into the peak of the bell curve. Alright, but we need to wait for all these flashes to happen. So on the 6 hour, you have quite a wide range, but I'll say you'll be range finding in these ranges quite easily, considering that there's going to be a lot of whipsaw action coming through the book. Okay, so we're going to have, why did this thing change up? Okay, so you have a general level of 2%, 3% to the upside, and what's that, 7.6% to the downside. Okay, reverse wave trends, you need to have some reverse wave trends up, and the same rule applies as we saw with the previous time frame we were looking at, the 12 hour. These guys are right on reverse wave trend, so we've got to look for things that will help keep it above reverse wave trend. Like for here on the 6 hour, we have mean reversion phase. Mean reversion phase cross, the mean is at this line. So mean reversion phase does look like it wants to play out to 19,335 before it looks for any further rejection to the downside. There's a little bit of sketchy bongos here, but we've had our blue flash off. Returns are saying that they're going to increase to the downside. Still sideways, but we're looking for a new trend, and we flicked into a new trend once we printed the up candle, because that got it away from Entropy's mean 3 hour. So now we're going to look for what backs that. So 3 hours got a little bit more down. So 3 hours backed, expansion down. So 3 hours says it is looking to touch 19,033. 90 minutes. See if there's any divs in here that help prevent anything like that. There can be a div formed here, given we've had a lifty uppy contraction. Well, that's adding on negative drift. Not looking too healthy at the moment. BTC 45 minutes. And contraction positively correlated. I'm starting to weight this as I start to go lower down a bit more than this one. Cone doesn't need to be on. Reverse wave trend, ultimate power means. And then we're going to put it onto the 15-minute cone. And what we can see here is this is the mean with a skew on it. Okay, so it's got negative skew. General idea being is what was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this thing, if it picks up the trend, it definitely wants to go break outside of here. And to break outside of here is going to be maybe around about 18,800. That's a very thumb suck, but I'll say 18,850. If the trend picks up quite a lot, you're going to expect a break in the cone. Okay, so currently price action is trapped between these two ranges. So let's go see if there's anything that's telling us it wants to mean revert. Yes. So we have a 15-minute cone up with a 15-minute indicators. What can we see? We can see that as soon as price action goes up, this blue flash goes off down here. Thus, if we close above the mean, if we close above the mean, there you go, you'll have continuation to the upside. Helps back the outlier event that occurred over here. And then you're going to have contraction. This might go sideways for a little bit longer, considering the next best phase is contraction, and this is going to be positively correlated. If it's strong enough, that will help deny this mean reversion point. Let me put up the reverse wave trend and VRE levels. So, perfect. This RO for the next candle will have confirmed bullish mean reversion if this candle obviously opens here but closes up here. Alright, then it's going to be confirmed. JMA is on, triggered, cool. So we have two cushions for the push-ins for the bulls. If we get trapped below this red line when it flicks red, there you go, that's what they're trying to find. Y'all can see that. Cool. So given that this is going to be quite a cool little fight, boom, negative, cool. So this is sideways with some float going up. As you can see, that contracted over. This is looking for a 1 SD move to the upside. Blue flashes off. So now we take these same rules and we apply them to our higher term time frames as well, right? So you can just see it's moved $7. But if it does it on the low time frames, you're going to get about the same increments. So over here could be $20 move. Over there could be a $200 move. Let's say on like a 6 hour or something like that. On a 5-day it could be a $2,000 move, right? So it's to know the increments of your indicators and how they follow through. So we can see we hit the cone there. Let me just go put it on. Let me change the, okay, so the 45, let me go put on the 5-minute, so we can see if we're gonna have a little bit more padding to keep that green. So we flick that over, that's also flashed through. So there you go. You close above reverse wave trend, pretty nice. Some cushion for the push in here, either side. But you close above that, you'll have the higher term 15-minute mean revert, which we were observing, and we are moving into contraction. Was positively correlated, now negatively correlated, so that's buying up here. This guy's a little bit slow on this movement, so it wants to be caught in the expansion phase. So in the next phase, we are looking for a new trend. So in 3 minutes, we're looking for a new trend quite quickly. Contraction, this is a bit sideways here, hence we have these big wicks. Bear div forming, contraction. See, did it dump itself down? Oh, I need to refresh this. So we hit a VRE, we're up. That's looking like it wants to come smoke this thing. Yeah. There you go. You close below that, you can maybe go hunt any one of those 15-minute levels down here. Okay. So you close above, you're going to continue up into this region. You close below the mean, you're going to continue at least into here. We've already continued into here. So look for some traps, but general idea being is 1900 can be a target. You start closing outside of here, the trend is on. Let me just go put on XRP BTC. Actually, I'm going to do it this way, because this is where the big boys trade. And then we're going to switch this off. So what we can see here is for every BTC you hold down here, if you press sell 1 BTC, you'd only got 38,843 XRPs. If you press sell here, you would have got for 1 BTC 42k. So when this goes up, XRP gets weaker. Alright, so we're going to go 7-day. And then we're going to do a quick flick. Okay, contraction, positively correlated, saying it does want to get weaker, but we are having a bottom edge. Yep, back into this. So you can maybe get for every XRP you hold on this exchange and you press sell, you can make, for every 1 BTC you have, and you press sell, you can maybe catch an extra 10k worth of XRP. Okay, that's the general idea. VRE levels, let me put them on. That's your daily mean, also monthly mean, and yeah, let's get to it. I hope you guys have a good day further. If this was helpful, please do like and subscribe.